All right, welcome to Biohack the Typical Life.
All right, what if 2 books and 1 free app completely change the way you think about your health, not in a political way, but in a practical, personal, and empowering way?
Yep. Well, today we're talking about the mindset shift that came from reading the Real Anthony Fauci by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Good Energy by Casey and Callie Means, and how that helped us see the bigger picture after months of using the Yuka app.
I say we read the books. I mean, it was audiobook because that was a lot of words. In future posts, we'll talk about our individual journeys, including Declan's with ADHD and brain mapping and the neurofeedback, and mine with Bloodwork as I get older and those hormone changes. Also, a quick disclaimer, we are not doctors. This is our personal story shared out of curiosity, not criticism. We do respect the medical field and believe it's okay to ask questions and dig a little bit deeper.
So this conversation is about being proactive, learning from different sources, and trusting your instincts when something feels off.
Sorry, the dog's playing with their bones. We downloaded the Yuka app out of curiosity and started scanning products to get a score. It was easy, non-judgy, and it was eye-opening right from the get-go.
Yeah, right. We started scanning, we were doing snacks and body wash and cereal, like things we never questioned. And some, what do you even call, like healthy items were actually packed with additives and chemicals. And I think that was our first wake-up call.
Agreed. It wasn't just about what scanned poorly, it was how little we knew about what we were putting in our bodies. And that curiosity led us to the Real Anthony Fauci book and the Good Energy book. Again, like I said before, they were audiobooks that we listened to during road trips going to South Carolina and to Florida. And the first one, the Real Anthony Fauci, that helped us begin to question the mainstream media narratives. Again, taking the political part out of it, it was just at a pace of curiosity where we learned we just couldn't accept what was being told to us, that we should ask questions because we never knew who was being incentivized to push that narrative.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say it turned us against medicine. It just kind of woke us up to how complex and layered these systems are, and how important it is to think critically and ask those deeper questions.
And then right after that, it seemed to be we saw, or didn't see anybody, we listened to Casey and Callie Means on the Joe Rogan podcast. And Casey Means shared her experience about becoming a doctor and how during her training, they're not taking any nutritional classes. And then during her residency, she realized she was treating the symptoms and never that deep root cause.
Right. And then they had that kind of like that eat what you kill mentality in medicine, and that stuck with us. Because it rewards like high volume treatment and long-term prevention. And that made us take a step back and ask, like, what else are we treating symptoms instead of addressing the root cause, and what could we approach proactively rather than reactively?
Which ties into kind of what we talked about before with Declan's journey, which we'll go deeper into other episodes, and his ADHD. Because he had things in place, he had a 504 plan, I had him tested, and he was doing fine, he just wasn't thriving, like above and beyond. And that's when it all clicked for me, at least full circles, the Kirk Cousins episode on quarterbacks, when he's doing the brain mapping. I'm like, oh my gosh, light bulb moment. Declan's taking medicine so we can treat him these skills, and we're not treating the root cause. We're just putting a Band-Aid on the symptoms. So I think as we were putting our toes have been in the water with the app, and now we're going down to our knees, kind of like, I'm like, Jeff, like ride or die, are we gonna do this? Is this full send moment here?
Yeah, and that's when we started exploring the functional supports, like the brain mapping and the neurofeedback, and pairing that with cleaner food, reducing inflammation. I mean, it wasn't a cure, but it gave his body a better foundation for focus, regulation, and energy.
And we will, like I said, we'll do those different episodes. And then for me, I was looking at my blood work and what I eat and how that affects that as far as longevity goes and gut health. So we began just to peel back layers. So if you're watching this and you feel overwhelmed and you start with one book, you download one app and you scan one product and you start beginning to ask questions about what you're putting into your body, you should follow us.
Yeah. I mean, don't aim for perfect, just get curious. If something feels off, that's a signal, not a failure. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight.
We didn't.
Right. But you can start reading the labels, asking better questions, and building a healthy story that's actually your own.
And then, sorry, the dog is giving us some love now. She wants to be part of it too. So if you want to hear more stories about Declan's neurofeedback, becoming an older woman here and how that's going to go with Bloodwork. And we're also going to look at some other things.
Yeah, we're also digging into genetic testing and the implications for our family history, especially around dementia, Alzheimer's, ADHD, insulin resistance.
So hit like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what is one moment that made you start questioning what you thought about, you knew about your health. That's not even proper English. When you rephrase that for me. It's been a long day, sorry.
No, that's all right.
It's all good. So just put it in the comments. Yay.